Thank you all for coming today. My name is Paige Evans. And have you all ever wondered why we celebrate Valentine's Day? Okay, perfect. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about today and why it is celebrated on February 14th. So as a young child, I always enjoyed going to the store, picking out Valentines, whether it be the princesses or something like SpongeBob to please all the boys. And I really enjoyed personalizing each Valentine, giving them a little message, and then anxiously waiting to hand them all out. And then as the years went on, it was a little bit less of celebrating Valentine's for me, and it always made me wonder, why exactly do we celebrate this day of love and romance? And after doing some research, I figured out that it all started during the Roman era. So back in the day, there was a Catholic priest named Saint Valentine, and he believed all in love and romance, and the emperor at the time, he actually believed that the young soldiers were not valuable if they were married or had families. So he deemed them, anyone that was not married, that they could not be married. So Saint Valentine, he believed in love, so he still did all of the marriages for the young lovers in secret, which is really cool. But in the end, he was caught by the emperor and he was sentenced to death. So during his imprisonment, he actually he would write letters to his young lover, and he would sign them all from your Valentine, which is why on most cards now you see that as the ending phrase, from your Valentine. And then as to why it is on February 14th, some believe that that was the day of his death or his burial. But actually, doing a little bit more research, I figured out that there was an actual festival celebrated the 13th through the 15th called Lupercalia. So Lupercalia was a fertility festival that they celebrated, and they believed that it would make the woman be more fertile for the coming year. So these men would go out to caves and they would bring a goat for sacrifice and a dog. The goat would be for fertility and the dog would be for purification. So then what they would do is sacrifice the animals, take the blood, take the goat's hide, and they would dip the goat's hide in the blood and then proceed to go in the streets of Rome, and they would actually slap and hit women with the goat's hide because they felt that it would make them more fertile. And after the ceremony, they would take a large urn and they would place all of the names in the urn of the woman, and the men would draw them, and that's who they would be marrying. So eventually the Christian church felt that it was an unchristian ceremony, so the Pope banned Lupercalia, and they actually made February 14th Valentine's Day. So now looking back on all of that, I'm thinking about it is a day of love and romance, or you can think about Saint Valentine himself, or a strange fertility festival called Lupercalia. But after all of that, it is a day dedicated to love, or a day dedicated to looking forward to the candy on sale the next day. But of course, it's a day for a special someone, and just a day to celebrate love. And that is all. Thank you all.